Hello everyone, welcome back. I was thinking that with the recent release of the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, it might be helpful to go over the backstories of some of these characters who have been around for several years in the MCU, for those who may not be completely familiar with everything that's happened to bring them to this point. So let's take a quick look. We'll begin with Sam Wilson, also known as the Falcon. The first thing we learn about him in the MCU is that he formerly served in the U.S. Air Force in pararescue as part of the Falcon project, which explains where he got his jetpack and wings from in the first place. While he was in the service, he lost his wingman, which was a very traumatic experience for him. And after leaving, he decided to work as a therapist, helping other veterans who were dealing with similar issues. It was about this time that he first met Captain America, and along with Captain and Black Widow and some others, he helped defeat Hydra's evil plans for the SHIELD organization. Leading over to the movie Civil War, we deal with the issue involving the Sokovia Accords, which was a legal agreement imposed upon the Avengers by the government to try to have some government oversight of them, especially in light of some of the destructive incidents they had been involved with in recent years. This unfortunately split the Avengers into two opposing teams. You have Team Cap, which was opposed to the Sokovia Accords that believed that the Avengers should remain independent. Then you had Team Iron Man, who was in favor of the government control. And Sam decided to join Cap's team. As a result of this conflict between the Avengers, Sam was briefly imprisoned. However, he was freed by Steve Rogers, who remained at large, and becoming a member of a team of fugitive heroes along with him and a few others. Bringing us into the time of Infinity War, Sam participated in the battle in Wakanda against the forces of Thanos. However, since the Avengers were unsuccessful in stopping him, Sam became one of the victims of the snap. However, he did return 5 years later to join the final fight to defeat Thanos. And before the retirement of an elderly Captain America, Steve passed on his shield and the associated responsibilities to Sam before his retirement. So far, Sam's appearances in the MCU include Captain America Winter Soldier, Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. This brings us back to James Buchanan, aka Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, who has quite a long and frankly sad story in the many movies he's appeared in the MCU. We know that he's been the best friend of Steve Rogers since childhood. And during the time of World War II, he was a sergeant in the U.S. Army, and he fought alongside Captain America as part of the Howling Commandos. During one of their missions, he unfortunately fell to his apparent death. However, unbeknownst to his friends, he survived the fall, only to be captured by Hydra. He was then brainwashed by Hydra to become an assassin known as the Winter Soldier, enhanced with abilities comparable to Captain America, and he was given a robotic arm to replace the one injured in the fall. Due to the slower aging process as a result of his enhancements, and being placed in suspended animation when not on a mission, he continued to be active as the Winter Soldier as recently as 2014, when the fact that he had survived was discovered by Steve Rogers. He was tasked by Hydra to stop Captain America in this situation. However, he could not bring himself to kill his old friend, and from there went into hiding to try to regain his memories. Later on, during the time of the Civil War, he was framed for a terrorist attack and consequently was held by authorities briefly before escaping after having his Hydra conditioning reactivated by the evil plan of Helmut Zemo. More about him in a few minutes. When he was back in his right mind, Bucky was also part of Team Cap that fought against the government-sanctioned Team Iron Man. Along with Captain America, Bucky tracked Zemo to an old Hydra base, where the revelation that the Winter Soldier had assassinated Tony Stark's parents precipitated a fight between the two old friends and Stark. After disarming Tony Stark, Cap and Bucky traveled to Wakanda so they could use their advanced technology to help heal his mind from the effects of Hydra's brainwashing. While there, Bucky received the moniker of the White Wolf. It was there he was when the battle arrived against Thanos' army, which he also participated in. Like his companion, Sam, he was a victim of the snap, but was restored in time to lend his skills to the last conflict against Thanos. He bade farewell to his lifelong friend Steve, as the latter returned to Pass to live out his life there. Bucky's MCU appearances to date include Captain America the First Avenger, Captain America Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Black Panther in an after-credits scene, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. This brings us to the villain of the piece, Helmut Zemo, who was an elite Sokovian operative. To be exact, he was the leader of Echo Scorpion, an intelligence unit in Sokovia, which was the Eastern European nation that was the home of Pietro and Wanda Maximoff. He lost his family during the battle in Sokovia between the Avengers and Ultron, which can be seen at the end of Age of Ultron. Blaming the Avengers for his loss, he hatched a devious plan to tear the Avengers apart from within by setting them against each other. Disguised as Bucky Barnes, he perpetrated a building on a UN conference designed for the signing of the Sokovia Accords, which resulted in the death of the Wakandan king, T'Chaka. Gaining access to an imprisoned Bucky and using a Hydra manual, he triggered Bucky's brainwashing as part of his plan to lure the Avengers into his trap. Thus, having manipulated Barnes, Steve Rogers, and Tony Stark together, he played a video proving that the Winter Soldier was responsible for the murder of Stark's parents. Thinking his goal of undermining the Avengers was complete, as the three individuals battled, he was about to commit suicide before being stopped and taken into custody by the Black Panther, T'Challa. So far, his only appearance has been in Captain America Civil War, where we last saw him imprisoned and biding his time before he could continue his plan. Finally, we'll be examining the character Sharon Carter, also known as Agent 13. As a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, she was assigned by director Nick Fury to protect Steve Rogers while posing as his neighbor. After Captain America revealed that S.H.I.E.L.D. had been infiltrated by Hydra, she fought back against the Hydra agents as they attempted to hijack S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarriers. Following the collapse of S.H.I.E.L.D., she joined the CIA, working in the Joint Counter-Terrorist Center in Berlin. During this time, she was also reunited with Steve Rogers at the funeral for Aunt Peggy Carter, who also happened to be the love of Steve's life. Along with the Avengers who were present, she unsuccessfully attempted to prevent the escape of the Winter Soldier, after he had been triggered by Zemo. She returned Cap's shield and Falcon's jetpack to them, seeing as they had been confiscated for violation of the Sokovia Accords, while also getting in a quick kiss. At this point, presumably, she had to be on the run from the authorities for circumventing the Accords, at least until she disappeared in the snap. Her MCU appearances so far have been in Captain America the Winter Soldier and Captain America Civil War. Well, that's just a quick backstory for some of these main characters that will be appearing in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. If you have any other questions, please leave a comment down below, and I hope everybody has a blessed day.